Hey folks, welcome you all to a new video. This is CA Ganesh Bharadwaj. So in this video, I am going to share with you the one day before exam strategy for your paper 4 costing for the upcoming September 2024 exams. Right? So I'm recording this video on the 17th of September. So basically by the time you come out of your tax paper, right? So this video will be available for you. Now I will also be making a separate video for FM one day before exam strategy that will be done separately. But in this video, I'm going to focus only on costing for this September 24 attempt. Now, guys, as you all know, so now your exams right now for every paper out of 100 marks, 30 marks comes from your MCQ component and 70 marks comes from your descriptive component, right? And this 70-30, this MCQ component got introduced only in the last attempt, May 2024. And generally, this MCQ will be like, so there will be two case study based questions, each carrying 10 marks, right? And there will be one standalone MCQ series of 5 questions, each carrying 2 marks. This is how it will be, right? And these MCQ components can literally come from anywhere in your entire syllabus. That's why I always tell you guys that conceptual learning is very important, because these are all application driven. So this MCQ exactly cannot be predicted, or you cannot say from which area it is going to come. But overall, if you have a very good grip over conceptual understanding, you can definitely crack this MCQ component. So predominantly in this video, I am going to focus more on the 70 mark descriptive component, for a simple reason that this descriptive component has been more or less the similar one for the last 30 or 40 years, or ever since institute was started conducting this exam. It was actually one and the same. Of course, slight trend changes alone were there, that I have done a detailed analysis, and in this video I am going to present you the most important the chapters that need to be prioritized the most the day before your exam, right? And trust me guys, it is not at all difficult to pass or get an exemption. It is 100% possible, just that you need to prioritize in a certain way, as simple as that, right? So now, based on all the past trend analysis and also taking into account the last attempt, that is May 24 attempt, which was the first attempt under the new syllabus. Now, what I have done is I have prioritized and listed out a few chapters with some approximate weightage at which it can appear in your exam. So this marks cannot be exactly the same. For example, cost sheet I put 7 marks. It might not exactly come for 7 marks. Approximately, in my opinion, I feel it might be tested for that. So similarly, something similar to this is what I have done based on my past trend analysis and based on my expectation. This is what I have done, because I don't believe in this called as ABC analysis. So every chapter you give it a name, like A category chapter, B category chapter, C category chapter. I'm not a big fan of that. Rather, you can have a look at your RTP of that attempt, of this attempt, the previous attempt, and the mock test papers, and of course the past exam question papers and all. Based on this, I have just come up with a reasonable estimate. It might not be 100% accurate, but predominantly this is what I feel is all set for your exam. Now, if you look at this guys, I'm talking once again about the descriptive component. Cost sheet, in my opinion, can somewhere come for about 7 or 8 marks. Overheads and ABC I have clubbed together, because ABC is nothing but an extension of overheads. It can come for overall approximately around 10 marks is what I feel, right? Marginal costing for 7 marks, standard costing 6 marks, process costing 8, material 5, employee 4, and budget 6. Now, if you total this up, it comes out to 53 marks out of the 70 mark component, right? That's a huge number. One more thing that I want to tell you, in the last attempt, May attempt, right? So students were telling me that there were case study based question. One case study based question came from cost sheet, and another case study based question came from marginal costing and standard costing put together, mixed, right? And apart from that, there were 5 standalone MCQs which can literally come from any other chapter. Now, what I'm trying to say here is all the heavyweight and important chapters I have covered here. Now, if the same from the same chapter, there are also chances that the same chapter can also be tested in your MCQ component. Now, out of the 30 mark MCQ component, conservatively, let us say that you can get 20 marks. Easily, you can get 20 marks if you are able to crack it, and if you have learned it conceptually, definitely you can get 20 marks. Now, just tell me, guys, around 50 plus 20, about 70 marks of the paper, entire paper, you are kind of able to get to know from which areas it is going to come. So in costing, we have a total of 15 chapters, out of which some 8-9 chapters are contributing to somewhere around 70 to 80 marks. That's a huge number. So please prioritize and do it in the same order. The revision, please do it in the same order. I would also like to put one more point very clear. There are a few other chapters which I have not mentioned here. It doesn't mean that you can omit it. No. Sir, will questions be coming from other chapters also? Absolutely yes, because I have not covered the entire 100 marks. No one can predict the paper. Only institute knows that. Are you clear with this? But reasonable estimate based on the past trends and also based on the May 24 attempt, that is the first attempt under the new syllabus. This is what I feel will be coming, or this is what I feel will be the weightage that you can expect in the upcoming September 2024 exams, right? And have this one confidence in your mind, guys. Look, passing is definitely not at all difficult. Look, this is all I'm saying. Some 3-4 chapters you finish, 40 marks is guaranteed, right? Anyways, 20 marks there on the MCQ component. Who knows, from these chapters, once again, MCQs can also come. Some 40 marks is like easily guaranteeable if you cover about 5-6 chapters and you're done. Now, for all the months of studies that you have done, can't you cover some 5-6 chapters and finish off, score 40 marks? Right? I'm not asking you to just aim for 40. I'm just saying that is going to be the first ever problem. First question is, will I be able to pass? Clear that first. Easily some 5-6 chapters you can cover and clear your paper. Now, once you cross that 40 mark, tremendous confidence will be generated, and the next 20 marks you can aim for it. And once you move on to that 60 level mark, now what happens? Exemption is guaranteed. You need not touch this paper again in your lifetime. Right? 160 marks you've scored, whatever marks you get right now is bonus. If you layer it up like this and prepare for your exams, automatically you'll be scoring about 80 plus. It's a guarantee. Just mark my words, that is how it's going to be. Directly don't say how will I score. Directly don't aim for scoring high marks. Maybe first 40, then the next 20, and then whatever you get is a bonus. If you layer it like this, automatically you will be able to get the maximum possible marks by putting the least amount of efforts. With whatever time that is available right now, 1.5 days, prioritize like this. Chapters like cost sheet. Historically, every attempt cost sheet gets tested for 10 marks. But back then, everything was descriptive. Now, last attempt, what they did, they didn't even test 1 mark from cost sheet in the descriptive portion, but the entire cost sheet was kept as a MCQ sum. Now, in your attempt, it might not be exactly like that. Maybe some portion they might keep it here in the descriptive component. Some portion they might mix it along with another chapter and put it in the MCQ area. This is the reason why I just made a reasonable estimate and I'm presenting it to you. Are you clear with this? Right? So cost sheet, your overheads ABC. Now overheads and ABC clubbed together. I think last attempt it came for 14 marks. Overheads and ABC. Two descriptive component. In the descriptive component itself, it was tested for 14 marks. 14 out of 70 is going to be about 20% weightage in the descriptive component. It got tested, right? And of course, needless to say, marginal costing, standard costing, these chapters, and of course budget, these chapters can be mixed anywhere in the MCQ component as well as in the descriptive component. That's why I'm saying these chapters, I have put marks here only for the descriptive component. It can also get repeated in the MCQ component, where I just said out of 30, reasonably you can score about easily 20 marks. So if that is the case, easily a 70 plus is 100% a possibility in your upcoming September 2024 exam. Are you clear with this? So don't have the fear. Just first, the moment you come out of your exam hall, the taxation paper, the previous paper, taxation paper, take some time off and then get started with this preparation strategy. I am sure you will be able to score really well with whatever is the limited time available. So that's it from my side for today, guys. I will see you all in the next one. Thank you all so much. Bye-bye.